studio, the most honest show in the history of Arkansas Talk Radio.
Baby, you are so talented, and they are so dumb.
Derek Ruskin.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Zach Arns.
Notre Dame, our mother.
And Denver Bill.
This one's for John.
Setting the standard for talk radio in the state of Arkansas.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach
It's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
starts right now.
All righty, Ruskin and Zach rolling on here on a Football Friday. Woo-hoo. Brought to you by Gasano's Pizza here on ESPN Arkansas. And you can text or call us, Lewis Automotive Group Hotline, 877-377-6963. Going to talk some high school ball here in a moment. Your drive home is powered.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a little getting started on a weekend here.
All right.
Pardon me. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with anyone like it. Call 888-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
I'm anal.
There you go.
He never fails.
Our own Ty Richardson. He's
Yeah.
a drop machine.
He is. He is.
Drop machine there. All right, Brad Caldwell's with us here from the Arkansas Sports Network. Here as we get ready for another action-packed Friday night of high school football around our state. Brad, how you doing?
Doing good. Looking forward to it. It's going to be another great Friday night of high school football.
Really is.
And
awesome.
it's week 2 or week 3, depending on where you are in your schedule. But I guess, the 0 week throws everything off. We're starting to get some ideas about who some of the better teams are and some teams that have some things to work on. Who's caught your attention through 2 weeks plus?
A couple teams that have caught my attention. We've got Hot Springs Lakeside as a team right now that is showing that they're definitely a contender in the 5A. I think that when you mention state contenders in 5A, obviously you got to go with Parkview, Robinson, and then you've got Hot Springs Lakeside. The good thing is Robinson and Hot Springs Lakeside match up on Friday night.
Ooh.
So we'll get to see who might be the contender to Parkview in this one. And Ozark has come out fighting this year, and that win against Boonville was the first one that they had since 2019 against the Bearcats. And Coach Josh Watson over there has done a great job. And they look to be a different ball club than they have been in the last few years.
That is one of the great rivalries, and we'll get to that in a second. The Franklin County feud is what they call that one. But you mentioned Robinson and Lakeside. Robinson had the big win over Pulaski Academy week 1. Lakeside's one of those teams that's just suddenly burst onto the scene. Let's talk about this one. I know a lot of coaches in that 5A South and that 5A East. They speak very highly of Robinson. We don't know a ton about Hot Springs Lakeside yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. It seems like the attention goes to Robinson. But think about this: these two teams matched up last year and they split. And Hot Springs Lakeside actually got the best of Robinson in the playoffs last year. It was Robinson that won the regular season. It was Lakeside that won the second matchup. Which you know how that goes. It's never good in football to be the second matchup, especially against good teams. And so, I feel like that Hot Springs Lakeside is on the rise right now. Coach Green down there does a great job, and I think that Robinson's got their hands full this week against Lakeside.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one. That's probably maybe one of the marquee games of of tonight. And then we've got some games that sort of have some intrigue. Games where you don't see these matchups don't happen very often. I mentioned this one to you when I texted you earlier. Kevin Kelly is getting on the bus and taking Sheridan up to Rogers, and we know what he did at PA. Sheridan's a different deal, but he's running up against a Rodgers team tonight that is, my gosh, I mean, this is one of maybe the 3 or 4 best teams in 7A.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Coach Harbison has done a great job there at Rodgers getting them going. You know, he was the guy that coached under Billy Dawson and really has got Rodgers going in the right direction here. Sheridan, you know, we talked about it. They've got a little bit of a long haul, or longer haul, I would say, to get there. I really think Kevin Kelly's one of the beautiful minds of football. So with that said, you know, I feel like Sheridan's going to get there, but it might be a little longer than you expect. And tonight, they've got their hands full with Rodgers. I mean, any time that you have a team in Sheridan, a 6A team coming up playing against a 7A team, unless you're Greenwood or Shiloh Christian maybe, you've really got your hands full. And I think Sheridan's got their hands full tonight.
Jeff Regan's one of the best, maybe most underappreciated quarterbacks in our state. He doesn't get headlines because there are so many other top-notch quarterbacks. He's in that group, and he can kill you in a lot of different ways. I've seen him catch touchdown passes. I've seen him throw them. I've seen him run them. He may have even kicked an extra point here and there. That's one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the state of Arkansas, and a guy that maybe people don't know a whole lot about.
Well, when you think about beautiful minds of football, Chad Harbison is one of those guys too. I mean, he's a guy that really knows offense. So, and one of those guys that's kind of like a quarterback whisperer. So I really, I think that the young man has definitely benefited from the coaching of Harbison.
Absolutely. We're talking with Brad Caldwell here from the Arkansas Sports Network. Some other games of note across our listening area. They love high school football up in Harrison.
Oh,
and
man.
the Goblins are hosting Zach Clark's Searcy Lions tonight in a big one at FS Garrison Stadium.
Yes, it's a big one for sure. You know, I'm surprised that Zach didn't bring this one up. I'm a little caught off guard just by the fact that Zach wasn't the one that was doing this. But with that said, Searcy really made a statement last week when they beat Valley View. You know, I talked to Coach Clark last week before we talked, and, you know, he just said, you know, this is kind of a fork-in-the-road game for us. Are we real contenders here? And he feels good about his team and got a nice sophomore quarterback there in Jacob Miles. He's thrown for 524 yards and 7 touchdowns to 0 interceptions early in this year. And that kid, as a sophomore, that's a big deal there. So, you know, that was a big win last week that they had over Valley View, 37-27. Harrison fell to Mountain Home. I don't think there's any shame in falling to Mountain Home. They're a very good football team. I remember a time, and I'm sure that some of those that are listening from Mountain Home. Mountain Home had to drive all the way to El Dorado for a playoff game when they were 0-10, when they split up the 6A and the 7A, and everybody made the playoffs. So it was a 342-mile drive from one end of the state to the other. Those days are gone with Steve Area there at Mountain Home. So no shame in Harrison losing that rivalry game there for the third straight season. But I think they've got their hands full again with Searcy. I think Searcy is one of the better teams in 5A.
Zach loves what he has, and we used to make jokes when he was at Springdale that all he needs is a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver to make that thing go. He's going to have, 3,000-yard passers. They're going to throw for a lot of touchdowns. For him, it's on the defensive side and whether or not Searcy can stop anybody. He likes what he has, but it's young. Harrison is big, they're physical, and they're going to pound you. And that's one of those things that Searcy doesn't see a ton of in their conference games. A lot of teams run the spread, like to run it around. Harrison's going to come straight at you, and if Searcy can hold up, they'll be in good shape. If Harrison gets a physical advantage, man, Harrison can make that a long night for you.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Coach Keelan over there, he's going to pound you, that's for sure. He's going to come right at you. Harrison's always a little bit diverse. They do whatever their quarterback can do, and you don't know from year to year exactly what they're going to do, but you do know they're going to be physical at the point of attack. And, as you said, you've got a little bit of a younger defense. I know that Coach Clark talked about the junior laden defense that he has. He likes them. But when you're talking about just experience, that could be a factor in this game. It's going to be a great ball game there at Harrison.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Zach and I, last year, spent some time over in Mountain Home. I would imagine there's some Bomber fans that are going to be pretty happy for those bragging rights over the next year or so over Harrison.
They put it on the scoreboard and they never change it. They just leave the score up.
Yeah, in the water company where we were at there. Yeah, they've got an old scoreboard and they just leave the lights on year long with the score. So that's one of the cool things about all this is when you have these towns that are not that far apart. And they play that one game, and that game, you get to hold it over your buddies at work or at church or whatever for the entire year when your school wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right; it's fun, and that's the way it should be. It should stay fun. And Harrison's not used to winning or losing that game. Right? They've lost 3 in a row, and that was something that I heard, I believe, for the first time since like the 40s. But they lost that game 3 times in a row, so they're going to want that back. But again, I talk about coaches a lot when it comes to high school football, and high school football is a lot about the coaches because kids move through; they just continue to go through. And Steve Airy over there at Mountain Home has really turned that thing around at Mountain Home. Again, it wasn't that long ago that they weren't that good, but now they are right in the mix there in 6A.
Another game that our listening area will be very interested in. Hot Springs is going to get on the bus and go over to Alma, an Alma team that lost a battle of the bone. They're kind of licking their wounds a little bit, but I've been to that that venue. That is a tough place to play, Alma, Arkansas. The Airedales will be ready. Hot Springs kind of walking into a hornet's nest there.
Yeah, always. I mean, always. You've got to be ready when you play Alma for sure. And Alma has played 2 consecutive 6A teams, losing to Van Buren, I should say, in the Battle of the Bone, and then turning around and beating their former coach, Doug Lothridge, there at Siloam Springs, 29-22. Siloam Springs is a improved football team, but I think that Alma has got their hands full tonight. With Hot Springs, it might be the best team they've played so far. That's real, it's kind of up in the air. But, I know that last week Arkadelphia beat Hot Springs, but Arkadelphia is the number 1 team in 4A there and really test themselves every year. And so I think that Hot Springs got a chance to come up to Alma and really do some damage. And if they're smart, they'll stop at Pizza Parma. That's
yes.
Of course.
Battle for the Darriette, Mount Ida and Jessieville. Winner gets the Darriette for the year. Is that what I always pick games based on who has the best Darriette. It's Mount Ida, but does Jessieville get it back?
No, they don't. I feel like Mount Ida's really coming off a loss. Coach White there at Mount Ida, man, I'm going to tell you want to talk about a guy that really instills a culture there, and they're coming off a 16-14 loss against Junction City, and I think that we've probably underrated Junction City a little bit. They're massive this season, and Mount Ida actually blew a 12-point lead to them and should have won that ball game. So I really feel like that they're going to come out and be ready to go against Jessieville. Jessieville, both teams 0-1, by the way. Jessieville lost to Mayflower earlier this year in week 0, 42-7. So Jessieville's got a ways to go. They're playing a tough team. And I think Mount Ida, even though they're on the road this week, they're going to get their first win.
We're talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network here. Ruskin and Zach Drive Home, powered by Mr. Sparky on this Football Friday, which, of course, is brought to you by Cassano's Pizza. A game I'll see tonight, Brad, Bentonville West taking on Muskogee.
I think West is the surprise of the 7, the way they've come out. Well, they are firing.
6 touchdown passes in the first half last week for Trey Thompson. Another one of those quarterbacks that is maybe starting to get a little bit more attention here. But talking to Coach Pratt this week, he went into Nick Saban mode, Brad and Zach. He was talking about, well, now we can't listen to the rat, we can't take the rat poison. Can't take the rat poison now that people think we're good now.
Yeah. Well, you've got to do something as a coach. You've always got to take an angle. And, West is
you have to lie.
A holding
Admit
call away.
it. Just lie. Say your team sucks when you're 2-0 and going up and down the field on everybody. We suck. They're really good.
There you go.
They're 1-1, but very well it could have been 2-0.
They're really, really good.
Well, yeah. holding call away. That's what I was getting to.
2-0 in my personal record book.
Right. and ending a couple winning streaks on the way to doing that if they had gotten that. So went to Cabot. Again, we've talked about Cabot being a team that they love their football over there in Cabot. Tough place to play, a lot like Alma in some ways. And 71-game win streak for Greenwood almost went down to West. And I think right now you look at this matchup, and Muskogee really got hammered by Rogers last week.
They did.
And, we look at West and we look at Rogers, and you think, well, Bentonville and Fayetteville are the top two. But, man, West and Rogers really look like two teams that could contend with those two. So, right now, that's going to be a matchup. I like West in that one.
Okay, we're going to talk about more of these ball games coming up
where
here.
Brad's going to be.
Yeah, find out about the Arkansas Sports Network game of the week. And I'll talk about the Springdale Bulldogs at Bishop Kelly tonight. Brad Caldwell, Arkansas Sports Network with us.
Cheesecake Factory!
Oh, man.
I can't wait.
That's what you're going to do?
Oh, man, I'm going to T-Town. Why wouldn't you go to
You're not going to go to Charlie's Chicken? You're going to go to Cheesecake Factory? All right.
You can hit both. I mean,
I guess so.
Nobody says you can't.
They're open late.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
so.
they are.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, we're going to talk more about this coming up. Drive Home, powered by Mr. Sparky. And this is Football Friday, brought to you by Gasano's Pizza on Ruskin and Zach. We will return.
It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Okay, we're back here. Football Friday on Ruskin and Zach is brought to you by Gasano's Pizza. There's a location near you all across Arkansas, and they've got, you can watch the game there tomorrow with Arkansas.
The Godfather. I promise you won't be disappointed.
That's right. They have a great pizza, a traditional or Chicago style. They've got a great happy hour. The happiest hour is going on right now from 5 to 6.
Amen.
And you can go find out more at Gasano'sPizza.com. All right, we are going to continue visiting here, previewing the high school football slate with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network. Guys, one more note on the Muskogee Bentonville West game. It's a unique thing because Muskogee's new coach, Coach Condict, and Coach Pratt were best friends growing up in Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They played for Coach Condict's dad there at Broken Bow, and now they are as Coach Pratt told me earlier in the week, just a couple of kids from Broken Bow getting to coach high school football.
Boy, he has leaned into this whole Nick Saban thing, hasn't he? Just but
it's a unique thing to get to square off against a close friend like that.
Man.
So that'll be pretty cool. He takes over the Muskogee program because Muskogee's coach went to Broken Arrow to get that job.
Yeah.
So Coach Hill there. So unique storylines abound there with that matchup. Okay, Brad, your game tonight. Tell us a little bit about Dardanelle and Nashville.
Yeah, Derek, we're at Dardanelle for the Dardanelle-Nashville game. It's going to be a fun one. Last year, these two teams went at Nashville 45-37. That was after Dardanelle came off a 51-0 loss last year to Elkins. Now, fast forward this year, Elkins comes to Dardanelle, and Dardanelle wins that game 14-10. And that was a really good win for Dardanelle just because, a bounce-back win and all that. We think that Dardanelle's a really good football team in the 4A. We've got them at number 2 in our poll. Right now, Nashville's 1-1. They got losses to Magnolia, and they've got a win at Hope, and bounce back win last week. Of course, Brad Cheshire there at Nashville, his first season. Nashville's been down some. They're not the team that they have been, that we've known over the years. Jared McBride, A.J. Whitmore, and all these other guys. They're not quite that yet, but Brad Cheshire done a fantastic job down at Murfreesboro reviving that program, and I really think that he'll do a good job at his alma mater.
Marion.
Patriots.
All right. Marion's taking on Conway, a team that you like a lot, the Conway Wampus Cats. Marion, every time I see them in a 7-on-7, they've got better athletes than everybody. One of these years are going to put this whole thing together, and they are going to be really, really hard to beat.
Well, this might be the year. Right now, first 2 weeks for the Patriots, they scored 60 and 51. Beat Win the first week like 60-27. Turned around and beat Harding Academy 51-7 last week. Wow. And Marion is really good. Here's the big key to this ball game. Wesley Tapp, the quarterback for Conway, out 4 to 6 weeks after an injury, and sophomore Ryder Cook comes in against that Marion defense. That may spell trouble for Conway, especially with the fact that, Marion, as you said, better athletes, probably a little faster than what a sophomore it has seen so far. And so I think that this is a sneaky good game. And you're talking about a Marion team right now that's really trying to punch their ticket and say, hey, mention us with the Greenwoods and the Shiloh Christians and those in 6A. So got to watch out for this matchup there. Marion could sneak in the upset.
That's fascinating to see as conference play starts in a couple of weeks. You mentioned a 4 to 6 weeks injury for Conway's quarterback. I don't have their schedule in front of me, but that could impact the. I know it's not Bryant Conway till week 10, but
7A Central's rough.
But that could be that could have an impact on Conway. Maybe getting a first round bye, not getting one of those top 2 spots. You never know.
Well, as Zach said, week in and week out with the Central, you're talking about the fastest group of teams that you're going to see in the state of Arkansas. And so it is going to be interesting. But, Buck James, he's going to have his guys ready no matter what. Conway's got guys. So it's not like if one guy goes out that they're not going to be prepared. Now, with this game, being game 1, that this kid's got the full-time starting position, at least for now, that could factor into that. I would expect to see him progress as the weeks go on. They've got their hands full against Marion.
Yeah.
You mentioned Greenwood a minute ago. They're on the road this week. They're headed up to Harbor. It's homecoming at Harbor. That is I'm being told, I've watched both of Harbor's games. They're improved, especially up front, but I don't know if they're ready for what Greenwood's going to throw at them. But, going into Wildcat Stadium can be a tricky place to play every now and then.
Yes. I think this is a sneaky good matchup here. On the surface, if you said, hey, it's Harbor, it's Greenwood, 10 years ago, obviously you would think, well, Harbor would win the game, but because it's not 10 years ago, right now you would think Greenwood. Again, 28-game win streak coming into this matchup. They bounced back against Fort Smith Northside last week with a 61-14 win. This is a matchup that Harbor's really going to be able to measure itself. What is the improvement that they've made over the last few weeks and into this season here? 56-19 was the score in this game last year. I think that this is going to be a closer game than what a lot of people would expect. And it might be one of those games, as you said, homecoming, get everybody fired up, that sort of thing, that maybe Harbor could pull it off, but, it's Greenwood. And
does it feel like Greenwood is maybe taking?
Go with the
does it feel to you like Greenwood's maybe taking a step back towards the pack? Not that they're not a good team, a great team, a state championship caliber team, but they're not rolling over. I mean, they West had them, and they were able to get away on a holding call. Now, if Harbor plays this one close, maybe it feels like Greenwood's come back to the pack a little bit.
Well, I think so, but you've also got to consider that West is a very good team in 7A. And you've also just played Fort Smith Northside, that's a 7A school, and now you're playing Harbor, that's a 7A school. And, those teams are typically going to be bigger and stronger at the very least when they play those teams versus the 6A games. You got to think right now in the 6A West, the team that they've got to look out for, Shiloh Christian. That's the team right now that seems to be putting it together, and I don't think that matchup's that far away. So we'll get to see that one pretty soon.
Yeah, I think it's pretty early in conference, conference game 1 or 2 there. And that'll go a long way early on in that game. Now, here's another matchup as we look around here talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network. Zach, I know you know a lot about this one. Farmington and Prairie Grove.
Battle for Highway 62, best rivalry in Northwest Arkansas.
Battle of Highway 62, Brad.
Yeah, as he said, the best one in Northwest Arkansas. I mean, what are these? What, 6 miles apart, 5 miles apart,
yeah.
whatever they
Head
are.
coach for Prairie Grove was a Farmington graduate. There's a lot of animosity between those two teams.
The question that I have in this matchup is how good is the Farmington defense right now? And it's a hard question to answer because they're playing bigger teams. They played the team out of Edmond, Oklahoma, and then they played Harbor the other night, and they played, gave up 63 points on the season, which, I mean, that's 31 and a half a game against bigger schools. So the question is, can Farmington defense kind of hone in here when they're playing teams that are more toward their size? Of course, Prairie Grove is a 4A school, but when you've got rivalries on the field, you can throw all of the records out the window. And we know Prairie Grove, they're going to be a good test for this Farmington team. I'd like to see this one. I think it's going to be a good matchup. Farmington has won 4 straight, so again, Prairie Grove's going to be trying to gear up, maybe take advantage of what could be a weaker defense for Farmington. I think that's something that we'll find out.
I think Farmington gets a break playing Prairie Grove early in the seasons. Prairie Grove, you always judge them by that first conference game. It takes them a little while to kind of get warmed up. They treat non-con like exhibition games that work on things. But, man, when they get into conference play, that wing T gets humming, and they just start churning yards. But you're right. I've been to this game. I've been to Allen Holland Field when we had 11,000 people with capacity 5,000. It is a
wow.
And it is as hostile a rivalry as there is. Everybody's friends on the way in, but boy, there's some chirping on the way out. A couple of other games that we want to touch on here. The Franklin County feud, Ozark and Charleston. These are two programs. Ozark's new coach, new offensive system. All of a sudden, Ozark looks like a team that could make a run.
Yeah, Ozark's got a lot of tradition. Been a little bit dormant over the last few years. They're a team that really is one of those teams that gets into that second, third round almost yearly. Took a little bit of a dip over the last couple seasons, and Ozark decided they needed to make a move. They made probably the splash hire, well, outside of Brad Bowling, they made the splash hire of the off season when they brought in Josh Watson, who had just won a state championship there at Salem. And he has really brought an edge to that team. Ozark, we heard from sources that they were saying beat Boonville at every 7-on-7, including the ones that Boonville was at. Well, they followed through that, so you got to give them some kudos with that. They ended up winning that ball game 34-27, which was the first time that they've won that one in 5 years. This is another one that they haven't had a ton of success in over the last few years. In fact, Charleston actually leads the series. I think about a 3-game margin there, not much. But Charleston has won this game more than they have in over the last 20 years since they decided to play it again since 2004. But Ozark going to Charleston, going to be a good one. Charleston, their quarterback Carter Little lit up Pottsville last week, and they rolled easily 42-7. So this is going to be a great matchup there at Charleston, and one of those games, as you say, going to get past the fire code most likely.
My favorite kind of games. Another good one that I like, Arkadelphia and Lake Hamilton. Arkadelphia is one of those teams that just like Old Man River, man. They just keep rolling year in, year out. The faces change, but the results, they stay exactly the same.
Yeah, over the last 10 seasons, Arkadelphia might be the best team in 4A over the last 10. Lake Hamilton, though, is a 6A squad, and it's hard for a team. You can jump one class, you can win games. When you get 2 classes up, it gets very, very difficult, and I think a lot of it just has to do with the size, and usually the linemen are the difference in the matchup. I would expect that this could be the same thing here with Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton got beat by Hot Springs Lakeside, a team we've been talking about quite a bit here in this segment the first week, but they were able to bounce back and beat Southwest 42-0 last week. Arkadelphia is better than Southwest. So this is going to be an interesting matchup coming into this one. Arkadelphia has won 2 5A matchups. They beat Camden Fairview week 0. I get those mixed up just like everybody else does. And then Hot Springs last week, 38-34, but that was a comeback victory. So last season, Arkadelphia went 1-2 in the non-conference, finished 13-2, and won the 4A state championship. So as you said, kind of treating these as exhibition games, working out the kinks, and getting things rolling for 4A play.
Brad, if people want to watch your game of the week or any of the content there, how can people find the Arkansas Sports Network?
Well, easily to find it is our YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/@ARSportsNet. That's the easiest way to find it. We'll be bringing it back to our Facebook pages. Those links where you can find them just searching Arkansas Sports Network or Arkansas Sports Network High School. Those are the easiest ways to get to us. We're putting up very good numbers, and we appreciate you guys letting us come on because I think that's helping us quite a bit.
One last game to touch on. I'm in Tulsa, getting ready for Springdale and Bishop Kelly. Springdale ran for 479 yards last week. That is a school record. Had 3 guys rush for 100 yards. Playing a Bishop Kelly team that is a little bit undersized, but they're one of the better teams in private school Oklahoma football. And I know most people didn't see Springdale last week, but a guy to keep an eye on, Brad. A guy that I would recommend for your player of the week is Wilder Larice. 11 carries, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns last week against Van Buren.
Well, make sure, number one, that you give us those guys so that we can get them into the mix. Hey, Trey Thompson was in our mix this week. So, but yeah, give us those guys. One of the things that I'm curious about, you can tell me a little bit about it, is Carson Hayter moving to quarterback.
He's a Harding commit. He's going to play the G-back when he gets down there. Carson's a football player. You can put him anywhere, wide receiver, running back, defensive back. He's played punt returner, kick returner. He does a little bit of everything. Great kid on top of that, but he makes all the difference for Springdale at the quarterback spot running that Harding option offense.
Springdale will win this game, I think.
Love it. Brad said so.
There you go. Okay. Brad Caldwell, Arkansas Sports Network. Find him on YouTube tonight for their game with Dardanelle and Nashville. Thank you so much, Brad. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Welcome to John Needham Stadium on the campus of Pottsville High School. My name is Stephen Glenn, and tonight we will be bringing you the Pottsville Apaches playing their last non-conference game at home against the Clarkvsville Panthers just down the road in Johnson. I'm Stephen Glenn. We'll have the actual interview with the coach, Coach Brian Russ, joining us this morning after this timeout. You're listening to Pottsville Apache Football.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Apache football at John Needham Stadium tonight. It's going to be a beautiful night for football. Let's turn the calendar back a week, although I would prefer not to. Did the video from the Charleston game even make it home? I think I'd have thrown it out on Highway 23.
That's my wife told me the same thing. She said, just don't even watch it. And I was like, I wish I had that choice. But again, it was just kind of one of those nights where you wanted to try to find a rock and crawl under it.
Right.
And again, it's with with kids, with youth, and you have these ideas in your mind, and sometimes when they don't work out, it's hard to figure out why. But obviously the film doesn't lie, and you go back and you watch it, and honestly, I really feel like they were, it should have been a neck and neck game. But when you go out your first offensive series, throw a pick six, we came out second series, and I think we got a first down or 2, and then we wound up putting them to about the 4. Like I said, there were multiple plays amongst that were really good, but they get the 4. Get them to 3rd and 14, and they, the quarterback rolls left, and he throws up a ball right on our sideline. I mean, our guys, Eli Morris is in perfect coverage. I mean, he's right on him, and the guy makes a great catch, great throw at about the 50. They get that first down there, and then they drive it to about our 20 or whatever. Then it's fourth and goal from, they'd got a penalty and moved it back to the 20 or whatever. And same thing, he kind of rolls left and, just kind of, we're about to get to him, and he just tosses it up, and their receiver sees it, turns. Our receiver, Kagan, turns, our defensive guy, Kagan, turns, and whenever Kagan turns, he falls down. Their kid makes the catch, and that was kind of the story of the game. And we knew going into it, I think our key of the game was, the turnovers. You cannot have turnovers against a really good team. You just can't do it. And obviously the pick six, we had another pick six, but they, brought them back to about the 15 on that one. So anyway, you can't make those kind of mistakes against a really good team. And we kind of talked about those things, because a lot of these guys were a part of the team last year where, we go play Malvern and really should have beat those guys. And, they were a really good team, but the reason we were able to stay in it is because we didn't turn the ball over. We didn't do the things that we did in this game, and so again, it's a growing effort, and each week, again, you kind of look out there and we go back, because I kind of talking about defensively, because I really felt like we played fairly well defensively at times, just didn't make the big play. Offensively, it was kind of the same scenario. We're down 14-0. And we have a great drive. We turn and boom, we're driving down the field, and then we get in a situation where, especially early season, we're kind of trying to find our feels a little bit of, how we want to do things. And Coach Jones is, we're trying to go into T because, again, whenever you're a defense and you're spread out, then all of a sudden you see the T. You have to be prepared for that stuff. And so we're trying to get that stuff on film and different things that we can do out of it. And so we go in and this first and goal from from the inside the 20, the red zone. And, you fumble first play and give it right back to them, so it just kind of, again, one of those nights where just stuff did not go right. And, it's a learning experience.
You had warned me that this Charleston offense was going to be very good because they played together in basically the exact same group they had coming back from the year before. You didn't warn me that they had DeAndre Hopkins playing wide receiver. Their guys made some incredible catches, often when your defender was right there.
Well, they did, and again, going into it, we knew, last year they had everybody back. Well, that number 22, he played on offense last year, but really just played on defense mostly, and played some offensively. But he really has matured since last year, grown another few inches, and really put some pounds on, and just was making plays. And again, we knew going into it we were going to have to outscore them. If our defense got 3 or 4 stops during that game, I would that's kind of what I was thinking. Just because the quarterback and the receivers are so good, that's kind of it's kind of one of those games where I thought it might be a 35-28 or a 42-35 type affair, because you can slow them down at times, but they're going to score points.
And I think we've talked enough about Charleston. We'll move on to something else. This is the Pottsville Apache pregame show. I'm Stephen Glenn. We're back in just a minute with more Pottsville Apache football.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Coach Brian Rust is our pregame show guest. Coach, we appreciate your time this morning. It's a busy Friday, so thank you for carving a few minutes out of your morning to spend time with us on the broadcast. So after a week where you really struggle with turnovers, what do you do in practice? How has practice gone this week?
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, you just have to figure it out. You know, we're just doing our same ball security drills and amping those up a little bit, and you know, we're trying to get situations where we're receiving the ball, we're tucking the ball, we're punching, we're trying to get it out. We're just trying to and again, you know, we've been through this before with some groups where we had trouble, you know, holding on to the ball, and honestly, it's one of those things where they just have to have game experience. They have to understand how, you know, to hold the ball, how to keep that ball put away, and getting hit in those situations is you just got to keep playing. You just got to keep playing and just work fundamentals and do it over and over again, and that's what we've done. So hopefully we can get it shored up. And you know, one thing we've taken into account is, you know, Caleb Stansley, he's played, you know, last year just played exclusively linebacker. And now he is, you know, one of our big playmakers, but he's had trouble kind of holding on to that ball. And so we're going to try to spell him a little bit early, and hopefully that'll kind of alleviate some of that. And again, it's just one of those, they just got to play in shape. We've got to get in game shape. Once they get in game shape, it's not going to be an issue. I really believe that. But at this point, we're still struggling with it, and hopefully we'll shore it up this week.
So is this one of those weeks where around the high school you had your quarterback and running backs carrying footballs everywhere they went?
Yeah, definitely so.
That's
definitely.
Only in the movies. Who are we kidding?
That's right.
Clarksville Panthers in town tonight. You know what? They were off last week. I'm getting tired of playing teams that have 2 weeks to get ready for us.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Panthers that you've seen?
Man, you know, Coach Powers, you know, took over last year, and you know, from last year, you know, they're trying to teach them the right things. They're trying to get in a base defense. They're trying to run a base offense. They're trying to run their plays, and he's doing it the right way. Last year they had a couple guys that really, you know, worried us. You know, this year again, you know, their one game's been against Ozark, and Ozark is like it's like the land of the giants.
And they're Ozark,
and so you know, they look very similar size wise. So you don't really get to understand. You know, they've got the same tackle back, the same guard.
Well, hello again, sports fans, and welcome to the Arkansas Sports Network's Game of the Week. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Premier Facilities Group, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Here we go, Arkansas. Are you ready? Tonight, it's the Clarksville Panthers 0-1, hitting the road hungry for their first win of the season. And the Pottsville Apaches aiming to rebound strong after last week's tough loss. It's the Clarksville Panthers and the Pottsville Apaches, right here on ASN. Buckle that chin strap, folks. It's time for kickoff.
Live at John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Pottsville Apache football taking on the Clarksville Panthers, just about a 30-minute drive down the road. Both teams have plenty of fans here for the ball game this evening. Clarksville did not play last week. Now, they were kind of hammered by Ozark in their opener, but Clarksville will not be the only team that Ozark is going to hammer this year. Those Hillbillies are good. We kind of took it on the chin on the road, taking on the Tigers, and we're probably not the only team that they're going to whop up on a little bit. What do you think, Brother Jim?
Well, Steve, welcome everybody to the broadcast tonight, and it's good to be back at home after some really good barbecue, by the way, in Charleston. But, man, the football game sure didn't go our way, and we need to rebound tonight. Steve, you know, you've shared quite a bit of information about this Clarksville football team, and they're hungry for a win, and we need to rebound. So tonight's going to be a pretty good ball game. But I'd like to say welcome to football in July, because that's how it feels tonight.
Yeah,
my goodness, hot.
212 degrees. This feels like football weather. Seems like we ought to be on a baseball diamond somewhere this evening, as hot and humid as it is outside. But it's a lot nicer here than it was one opening game just down the road in Atkins.
I remember when in the I felt like we got put in the sweat box, like we were in prison, and when we got put in there for bad behavior or something. Because I thought you and I both would die that night.
I tell you what, that was not a lot of fun, but we survived. So praise the Lord for small miracles.
Yeah, and it was.
Pottsville will have their home colors on. They have yet to take the field. The Clarkvsville Panthers are on the field. Clarkvsville, they're trying to rebuild their tradition, if you will. This is the second year for their head coach, Mitchell Powers. And if you did not hear Coach Rust in the pregame show, what he explained very well is that Clarkvsville is just basically trying to establish a base offense and a base defense. We're not trying to get too fancy. We just want to do some fundamental things correctly and then take our chances. And if you're going to rebuild, that's a good place to start.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry I did not see. I think Pottsville won the toss, but I'm not sure who's going to get the football first. I kind of got distracted by a peanut butter cookie.
Well, Scotty Blah is right next to me, and of course he can't hear me. There's a glass between us. He's in the next room, but he is providing some of his homemade specialties. And tonight it is a peanut butter cookie.
You're going to stop at one?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do my best not to start at all, but I've had Scotty's cookies, and I accused him of going to heaven and stealing God's recipe for cookies because that's how good they are.
Well, they do have some good ones. All right, here come the Apaches as they take the field here before a pretty good crowd. You've got to really want to watch football to come out in weather like this, so kudos to all of the fans who are here at John Needham Stadium. I love the fact that the Apaches won. I think Clarksville might have too, but they take the field right behind the American flag. The flag comes out first, and I see the ladies working as managers on the sideline are very careful to not let the flag touch the ground. So we are doing giving the flag its due respect.
Well, no matter your political views, whatever it be, that flag means something to all of us, and I'm so thankful. And Steve, if you notice, they're actually folding it the way it needs to be folded, and I do believe there is Coach Andy Chapa. Was he Colonel or was he Sergeant Chapa?
I think he worked for a living. I think he was a sergeant.
Yeah, and so Sergeant Chapa, who Coach Chapa, he is helping these ladies fold that up, and with the respect that we want to give it, and tonight. So, but a big part of our tradition in America is Friday night football, and I'm so thankful. Justin, you glad to be here tonight, man?
Oh, brother, am I.
Yeah.
Carlos Pineda will handle the kicking chores for the Pottsville Apaches. Interesting return formation, not something you see every day. There are 4 Panthers deep, 4 of them within between the 30 and the 20-yard line. So Pottsville did elect to put their defense on the field first. Again, I think they won the toss and deferred to the second half, and the Panthers said, "We want the ball." So we are ready to get things started here. Pineda's run up. His kick is going to go right down the middle. It's going to go into the end zone, and that's an automatic touchback.
Yep, good kick.
Oh, Clarksville will have possession.
Well, you don't have to worry about a return if it's kicked in the end zone.
Yeah. I like those kind of returns.
Yeah.
None. All right, well, Panthers put their offense out very quickly. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. I get the rules about kickoffs mixed up. I've been watching NFL all week, and they've started some completely different kickoff rules, so I'm glad to see the high school still doing the way they've always done it. Quarterback for the Panthers is in a shotgun. That's Denver Pickowitz. He'll give it to the first man through across the 23 to the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Clarksville is going to go in a hurry. Tackle for the Apaches.
Well, I believe it was 79 maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe the tackle was made by Gaydens.
Yeah.
Pick up a 4 on the play as they mark the ball at about the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Backfield is empty. Quick pass to the left side is going to be complete. Pass is caught on the left side. I believe it was Slade Bean with the catch. He gets ahead on the left sideline to the 25. In fact, he's going to be driven out of bounds just short of the 25, so pick up of about a yard. That time, it was James Cook throwing the ball for Clarksville. In fact, I think James Cook took the direct snap that time. Normally at quarterback, Clarksville has been using Denver Picards. But again, it looks like in the backfield, it is James Cook. Cook's going to take the direct snap, looking left, rolling left, under pressure, tucks it, crosses the 25, out of bounds on the left side at the 27, maybe the 28-yard line, depending on the spot. They're going to mark it down at the 27. He'll pick up 2.
Yeah, Bartlett, man, he's got some light toes, Steve. He kind of tippy-toed along that sideline, brings up 4th down, but what do you think they're going to do? It looks like
they're going for. Well, I say they're going for it. Their quarterback is normally their punter.
Okay, there you go.
So I did pick that up. Now, again, James Cook has started the first series at quarterback. Well, they brought somebody else out to kick the ball away, but they are in punt formation. Pottsville's not buying it. The Apaches have one man deep back at the 35. Everybody else is up playing defense. Panthers going to kick it. High kick. Good one to cover. Fair caught at the 43-yard line by the Apaches.
Yeah, I believe that was Eli Morris there, Steve, on the punt return.
There is a penalty marker on the play, so we'll see what comes of this. It's against the Panthers. Pottsville will decline it. They'll take the shorter kick. Well, Pottsville will have it 1st and 10 with 11:03 to go in the first quarter. First Apache drive of the night begins at their own 44-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Apaches.
4-down territory, Steve.
I think so. Yep. In fact, I think they actually spot, it's at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Court Johnson has an empty backfield set. Motion man is Jones coming right to left. Jones gets it on the sweep, cuts it back inside, defended very well by the Panthers' Denver Picards. Jones able to fight his way across the 45 to the 46, but no further.
You know, that defensive end that time, Picard, actually he's a middle linebacker, I do believe, Steve, man. He read that play perfectly and filled the gap, made the tackle.
Now, by the way, there is a young man who's right in the middle of the Clarkvsville defensive line. He is wearing number 71. We do not have a 71. That's Cole Frizzell, who was right in the middle, I should say. Okay. So Frizzell also did a nice job, kind of gumming things up a little bit. I call this an offset I formation. Johnson reads keep, now pitch. That's going to be Jones turning the corner at midfield, getting into Panther territory across the 47 to the 46-yard line. He's going to be a yard or two short of the first down, however. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 2.
Yep. Well, good run that time, good pitch, good read that time by the quarterback, Court Johnson, and found his man, number 4, Jones.
He read the man crashing down very well, and as soon as the outside defender lost the leverage, he got the pitch out there, and Pottsville faces a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and about 2. They're at the Panther 48. They've got to get to the 46 to pick up the first down. Jones, I believe, is the single back in the backfield. They have a wingman lined up. This is going straight ahead. Now they kick it outside at the 45, across the 40, the 35, the 30. Foot race to the end zone for Caleb Stansel up the left sideline. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville.
No flags on the play, Steve. Uncle Jeremy Ward just got in the stands to see that, and Jeremy is a alumni.
Hooked it back in. So the point after attempt is no good, but with 10:06 left to go, quarter number 1, Pottsville takes an early 6-0 lead. We're back in 30 seconds.
Apaches all season long. Smooth running, heating and air. E&F Roofing. Fleet Tire. Point S Tire and Auto Service. The Granite Shop. Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty. Van Horn Welding, and Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking, and Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
Leading at 6-0. The Apaches will be kicking off from their 40-yard line. Long touchdown run by Caleb Stansel, but boy, he had some good blocking out in front of him, didn't he?
Well, he did, Steve. And that play was just set up with perfect blocking, and he found the seam, and down he went to Score a touchdown.
Pineda with a high kick coming to the near side, taking it the 25-yard line. Bringing it back up the left side. I believe that's Melson. He'll cross the 33 and be driven down right there at the 33-yard line. Tackle made by the Apaches, Penn Helton, I believe.
I believe it was. Big number 6. Or no, number
12, I believe.
Yeah, number 12.
All right, so they're going to mark it 1st and 10.
Yeah. Hey, I was short 6, okay?
So now who are the Panthers going to run a quarterback? They have both Denver Picarts and James Cook in the backfield. It's a shotgun formation. Cook will be the quarterback. He takes the direct snap, rolls right. He's going to keep it all the way. The Apaches string it out down the line and make the tackle at the 29-yard line. Well, the Apaches controlled the line that time. I believe that was Hayden Wachtendorf with the tackle.
Yeah, Wachtendorf whopped him.
No, he did. Loss of 3 on the play, back to the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 13. Pottsville with a 6-0 lead in this ball game after a 3-play, 56-yard touchdown drive. That took a grand total of less than a minute. All right. Spread formation for the Panthers. Single back in the backfield. The quarterback is Cook. They bring a motion man left to right. Fake the handoff there. Cook reads, keeps it, but Caleb Stansel is there to grab him with one hand and brought him down by the jersey across the 31.
Well, Stansel's having a good ball game tonight. Touchdown and tackles.
Well, and that's where doing that extra arm curl, that one rep you weren't sure you're going to be able to do. Well, that's why you did it, because he brought him down by that bicep.
Yeah, he sure did. Just one hand.
Panthers work out of the spread formation. They don't huddle, but they're not a hurry-up team. They get their call from the sideline. Play clock is at 12 as the Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 from the 32. Cook back to pass. He wants to go deep. Pass to the near side is going to be incomplete at the 45-yard line. I believe somebody ran a different route than what Cook was expecting.
Yeah, I think he did. Covering for the Apaches, I believe that was number 6. That is Andrew Wells. So number 6 is on the field, guys. I'm just telling you.
In fact, I see him right over here, right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Into the Clarksville lines up in a kicking formation. Pottsville says 1 man deep. High snap. Good job to get it down. High short kick. This is going to go out of bounds on the plus side of the field for the Apaches. The official's going to spot it at the 46-yard line. Pottsville will have good field position.
Once again, Steve, I mean, we are set up to score another big, quick score here, and hopefully we'll take advantage of it.
I'd like to see him come back with that play that they just scored the touchdown on.
Well, I think you'll probably see that, probably the first play from the line of scrimmage here.
Maybe I'm greedy.
Hey, if it worked once.
Yep.
If they didn't stop it once, back when I played, hey, listen, we'd run the same play till they stopped it.
Kagan Jones splits out wide to the right. In fact, there are 3 wideouts to that side of the field. Single wideout left. Pistol formation behind Court Johnson. No tight end on the line of scrimmage. Johnson takes the snap, straight drop back, looking right all the way, completes it at the 40-yard line. Ducking inside the 39 to the 38-yard line is Eli Morris. Fights his way to the 36-yard line, close to it. I think he's going to have first down yardage.
Yep. They're moving the chains. First down, Apaches.
Second first down of the game for the Apaches on the 10-yard throw and catch. First passing play of the night for Pottsville. I said the 36. They actually mark it at the 37-yard line. Now they're going to have to bring it to the 36 if he picked up 10 yards because the previous line of scrimmage was the 46. And they do move it. They move it to the 36-yard line. My math skills aren't that great. I'm sorry. Trips again to the right. Single wide out to the left is Keaton Ashmore. Again, a pistol formation. Again, Johnson back to pass, this time looking for a curl route. Passes behind the intended receiver and falls incomplete at the 20. Right idea, but the pass was late. James Cook almost picked that off for the Panthers.
Yeah, he did.
Court Johnson starts 1 for 2 on the night. It's going to be second down, 10 yards to go, 7:45 to go in the first. Pottsville's big offensive line gets to the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation again, this time 2 wideouts on each side of the field from the left hash. Johnson takes the snap, gives on the straight-ahead dive play across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Caleb Stansel, the ball carrier, gain of about 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Oh, Stansel looks good running that ball.
Into the game for the Apaches, bringing the play is Weston Poole. Weston has good hands as a receiver. Probably 4-down territory, of course, depending on what this play does. Noah Metcalf splits out wide to the right. Kagan Jones, the slot on that side of the field. Stansel, the single back in the backfield. It's going to be Court Johnson with a keeper. He has 1st down yardage and then some across the 20 to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Apaches.
Well, number 11, you talking about a good read. It was an option, but quarterback had the option. He took the ball, turned it upfield, and he was 1 tackle away from scoring, Steve.
Move the ball down to the 18-yard line. Panther tackle was made by Austin Burris, and if he hadn't made the play, Johnson would be in the end zone about now. From the 29, the ball is actually, from the 18-yard line, ball is actually between the 18 and the 19. Again, a pistol formation, 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Pottsville going power and has running room across the 10 to the 5 to the 4-yard line. And into the end zone is Tyson Thacker for the Apache touchdown.
Yeah, 15 ran downhill that time. Thacker gave him a thumping and scored a touchdown, Steve. Man, what a great run. What a great start. I wonder if we're going to line up and go for 2 here to make this a 14-0 ball game.
I would think so.
I believe they are.
Touchdown run comes with 6:27 to go in the first quarter. The Apaches are going to go for 2. The offense is back out onto the field. Court Johnson in the pistol formation. Takes the snap. Pulls. Tries to roll to the right side, and the Panthers are going to sack him.
And he loses a helmet in the process.
Which could be bad. So the 2-point conversion is no good. But with 6:27 to go, quarter number 1, it is the Apaches 12, Clarksville nothing, back in 30 seconds.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Oh, Pottsville, pretty good offensive efficiency. They've had the ball twice, and they've scored 2 touchdowns.
That's what we needed, Steve. We needed to start, kind of get that bad taste out of our mouth after last week's thumping from the Charleston Tigers. But here we are tonight. Got another cat in the house playing the Panthers.
Still early on. Pinedo with the kick. High kick is going to be fielded on the left side at the 20-yard line. Return across the 30, up the left sideline to the 35-yard line. Driven out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Clarksville will take over 1st and 10.
All right, defense. Need a good stop here.
They're going to put it at the 35. 1st and 10, Panthers. Clarksville's going to have James Cook and Denver Picarts in the backfield. Looks like they have pretty much decided to go on with James Cook at the quarterback spot, and then they're using Picarts as the single running back. Motion man across the formation. The handoff is going to be to Picarts. He's going to go up the left hash. Gets across the 38 to the 39-yard line. Pickup of about 4.
Yeah, big number 70 on the tackle.
Braden Gaines making the stop.
He's a big boy.
He is. I don't think I'd want to try to block him very badly.
I think I would try to run around him for sure.
Most definitely.
If I was a running back, I would definitely want to avoid number 70.
Panthers, again, they are a spread formation, no huddle, but they don't go in a hurry. They get to play call from the sideline. 9 seconds on the play clock. Panthers still aren't set. They're going to have to hurry to get this off. They do just in time, and they're going to give it again to Picards, again over the left side, crossing the 40, up the hash to the 42-yard line, maybe the 43. Going to bring up third down. Third down and 3 for the Panthers. Quick snap. This time it goes directly to Cook. He's again going to the left side, but this time he is stacked up by several Apaches. No gain, may have even lost a yard. It's going to be fourth down.
Yeah, Steve, they have not converted on a third down play yet.
Clarksville looks to be going in a hurry. Now they slow it down a bit on fourth down. Pottsville showing blitz, misdirection, give, and that's going to be stopped short. Denver Picards got a little bit of forward progress, got to the 49, but he had to get to midfield for the touchdown, and the Apaches are going to get the ball back on downs.
I mean, he hit it hard, but, Steve, it wasn't hard enough. What a great defensive stop by our Apaches.
So Pottsville will get the ball back, this time in plus territory at the 49. Oh, excuse me, 49. I was at the 44, my bad. The 44-yard line. 4:46 to go. Pottsville leads at 12-0, looking for more. Out of the pistol. Court Johnson takes the snap. Out of the backfield is going to be Jones. He has it at the 40, up the left sideline to the 35. Gets around one man at the 33 and fights his way ahead to the 30-yard line before the Panther Trig Kaufman makes the stop.
Great throw and catch and great run after the catch for Jones.
They're going to spot that at the 29-yard line. Pickup of 20 on the play is good enough for a Pottsville first down. The 29. First and 10. Eli Morris goes wide to the right. He's going to have Noah Metcalf in the slot there. Again, a pistol formation. I believe that's Caleb Stansel on the backfield. Behind Court Johnson on the first down play. Kagan Jones at the wing. They bring him in motion. And they're going to give it to Stansel. Nope, Johnson fooled me, and he fooled the Panther defense as he crosses the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Stopped just short of the goal line at the 1-yard line, but it's a first down Pottsville.
Wow. Good read that time. Good run that time by the big quarterback, number 11, Court Johnson.
He had me fooled.
He did me too. Just for a second, I'm thinking, man, where's he going? Is he going to go get a Booster Club burger or something?
Well, he's in the right direction, isn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Johnson has the play. It's going to be first and goal from the 1-yard line. Pottsville leading at 12-0, looking for more. Noah Metcalf will be the single wide out to the right. Caleb Stansel, the single back in the backfield behind Johnson. Slot left, the short side of the field. Panthers walk everybody up on the line. Johnson, sidearm pass, knocked away, and that was almost a pick six for Clarksville's Rylan Melson.
Yeah, we don't want to see another one of those this year.
Yeah, we've seen enough of that.
Yeah. But that's a good play by Nelson, man. He broke on the ball, Steve, and he just got a hand on it to knock it away. If he had another step, it would have been a pick six.
He got there half a step sooner. It would have been a foot race up the left sideline. You know, I'm not sure quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes do young high school players any favors, because you see Mahomes making those sidearm throws all the time. And, you know, most people can't do that. All right, from the dead tee on second and goal from the 1. Give is straight ahead. I don't know if the line moved forward or not. I don't think so. I don't see anybody indicating touchdown.
I don't either. I think they got stopped short again.
Metcalf was the ball carrier, and I don't think he moved at all.
Penn Helton's on his way in.
Third and goal to go.
Yeah, he's lining up in the backfield, Justin. Big number 12, Penn Helton. Look for him.
Penn Helton is your fullback in the backfield behind Court Johnson. 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Definitely a power formation. They're going to throw it again, and again the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that was a short hop, Steve.
So an interesting play here. 4th down and goal to go for the Apaches.
Johnson has the call on 4th down. Yeah. Helton staying in the ball game at fullback.
Nah, I think if I'm the Apaches, even though they line him up 8 yards deep, I'm thinking quarterback keeper. Cord Johnson's going to take the direct snap back at about the 5 on the 4th and goal. That's it. Quarterback keeps it over the right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville.
There it is, Steve. That's your 3rd touchdown of the night.
With 3:06 to go in the first quarter. That was on a 1-yard touchdown run. That was blocked very, very well by the right side of the offensive line.
It was.
Pineda has the snap. It's too high. He's going to try to turn the corner on the fire, but it's not going to work. So the point after attempt is no good. Your new score with 3:06 to go in the first, Pottsville 18, Clarksville nothing, back in 30 seconds.
That understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind. Offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
Oh, Steve, somebody was telling me our audio is a little choppy tonight, so I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, but one of our faithful listeners, C.J. Henderson, we're hoping it's coming a little bit better now, brother.
Pottsville with an 18-0 lead in the ball game. The Apaches have had the ball 3 times, and they have picked up 3 touchdowns. A kick to the left side of the return team is going to go out of bounds. That will be a penalty on the Apaches, and so far that's about the only thing that Pottsville has not done right. So Clarksville will get possession.
Yep, there's going to be one area that you can take from this first quarter. It is point after touchdown. We've had trouble there tonight. And we're hoping that does not come back and bite us. All right.
Well, let's see where they're going to spot this at, the 35. That's where the Panthers started their last drive, was the 35. Panthers on the left side hash, slot right, one wide out to the left, kind of a double barrel shotgun. And the pitch is knocked away. It's loose at the 30-yard line. I think Clarksville fell on that football. Looks like it was Ty Kimbrough got it back for the Panthers.
Yeah, I heard Kimbrough say, uh-oh, and he jumped on the ball.
Loss of 5 on the play, moves it back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Pottsville, man, we had our opportunity to jump on that. Kimbrough did a good job recovering the fumble for his Clarksville Panthers.
Good job that time by the left side of the defensive line. Second down and 15. Flanker screen to the near side. That's going to be complete at the 35 and driven out of bounds there. Toppler-Hutto with the reception. Got back the yards they lost on first down, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Well, like I said, Steve, they have not picked up a first down tonight. 3rd down has not been their friend.
We're under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pottsville leads at 18-0. Direct snap, looking left. Pass over the middle is going to be caught at the 42-yard line by Ty Kimbrough. That's going to be short of first down yardage. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yep. Down 18-0. You kind of look like they'll probably go for it, but we'll see.
You would think so. 4th down and 4. That's a long way to go. On your side of the field. Single wide out coming to the near side of the field. That's Toppler-Hutto. Actually trips to the right. One wide out to the left. Cook rolls right. Looks over the middle. Has a man. Knocked away in the secondary, though. Was that Eli Morris that got there?
That was number 18, Eli Morris, Steve. Sure was.
Good
Boy,
play.
man, he broke on the ball. Timed it perfect. No pass interference and broken up play. I believe that's 18.
I think so, too.
It's hard to read their number, especially when their jerseys are up around their belly button. Well, there it is. It's 18.
Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 deep in Panther territory at the plus 41-yard line with 1:14 to go. Quarter number 1. This is the kind of quarter Pottsville needed after last week. Court Johnson, the quarterback. One running back, and then that's Kagan Jones. They're going to motion him out of the backfield. Johnson back to pass, looking left all the way. Ball is intercepted by the Panthers. Rylan Melson with the pick. Returns to the 30 to the 31-yard line. Good coverage in the secondary by Clarkvsville.
Yeah, that was just the old standard tip drill, Steve. That defensive back, number 3, Melson, man, he played the ball well. The ball was up in the air. He broke on it, picked it off, and Oski for the Panthers.
So a little momentum going to the Clarksville side of the field with 1:04 to go in quarter number 1.
Yeah, that put the mo on them for sure.
They'll take over back at their 31-yard line.
Our defense needs to take the momentum back.
Yep, no doubt. Slot to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Cook is going to keep it, follows blocking up the left side hash across the 30 to the 31 and then driven backwards. May have picked up a yard to the 32.
Yeah, that was Connor Mitchell, big number 30. I hear his mom down there. I see his mom in the stands. She's rooting for her son, big number 30.
Well, she's got a right to cheer on that play because he played his spot perfectly in the run game.
Well, he did.
That may be the Clarksville's going to try to get off one more play, aren't they?
Yep.
We have 30 seconds left to go. The Panthers have plenty of time. They have a 2nd down and 9 from their own 32-yard line. Trips right. Now they're going to have 4 wide receivers to the right side. Bet this play goes to the right. Pass is going to be complete to Hutto across the 34 to the 35. Fumble. Now did the ground cause the fumble? The officials say no. That's a Pottsville Apache recovery.
Yeah, Connor Mitchell, number 30, Steve. We just talked about him. Blair Mitchell, his mama, I can hear her screaming from up here. Good job, Connor Mitchell.
And that will be the last play of quarter number 1. I think, no, there's still 12 seconds. My bad. So the Apaches will run one play.
Okay, to quote Bobby Petrino, we didn't come to paint. Let's see what we're going to do here. I think we'll take a shot, don't you?
I think they're going to try to grind it out, if you want to know the truth. From the 37, Johnson out of the pistol. Shows you what I know. Screen pass complete to the near side. That's Ashmore. Ashmore makes one man miss, gets to the 35-yard line, and a penalty flag comes flying in from the left side. That tackle made by the Panthers, Ben Holland.
Yeah, that's either going to be a face mask or a holding. But it looks like it's going to be a holding against the Apaches.
Yeah, it looks like Pottsville's going to get moved backwards on the play.
So 3 seconds, Steve. Skinny post.
Yeah, it worked last week.
Yeah.
We had a lot of success with, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
What's 15? So they'll move the ball back to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, I guess that was a spot foul on that.
Trips to the right side for the Apaches. One wide out to the left. Pistol formation, ball on the left side hash. Johnson takes the snap, drops straight back, looking over the middle, has a man wide open, complete at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Noah Metcalf.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, would you say skinny post?
Yeah. 46-yard touchdown pass.
Hey, for the record, the Incredible Hulk is in the house, Steve. Look, I mean, seriously, the Incredible Hulk's in the house. He is walking by with, the Hulkster. Well, no, that's the wrestler. But the Incredible Hulk, yeah, here we go.
Pottsville's going to try the point after attempt after the 46-yard touchdown throw. Low line drive kick is going to be good, and the Apaches tack on the extra point. We will start the second quarter with Pottsville leading this game 25-0. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Well, Steve, that was a good one, wasn't it? Hey, I just want to give a shout-out to one of our seniors. If you got to listen to a little bit of the national anthem being sung tonight, that is one of our Pottsville seniors, Katie Finning, and she did just an outstanding job, and I just want to give her a shout-out tonight for doing that for everyone in the stands tonight.
Yay, Katie. All right, the Apaches going to kick it off after their first point after conversion. Pineda gets a boot into this one. Line drive kick, fielded at the 15. Return up the right side by Melson across the 30. But not much further than the 30. He gets driven out of bounds with a big hit at the 32-yard line. And I want to say for the Apaches, that's Kai Mahan making the stop.
I believe it was, number 2.
Yep. So, 11:55 to go in the second quarter. Technically, that touchdown actually gets credited to the Apaches in the first quarter. And the Apaches lead the game now, 25-0. Panthers back to pass. Slot throw. Is it complete? Did he catch it? He did not. Pass was intended for Rylan Melson. Timing was perfect, but the throw was a little bit low.
Yeah, you had a group of Apaches. Penn Helton was one of them, number 12, and also Kai Mahan. We just mentioned him a minute ago. Kai came up from the safety position.
Played that ball perfectly, didn't he?
He did.
Jose Alcantara into the ball game at a linebacking spot. He wears number 31. Second down and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion. Give is to the only back in the backfield, and he is met by a host of Apaches. Pottsville played that very well. The ball carrier was Denver Picarts, and I think he may have lost 3 yards.
I think he did, Steve, and I'm going to tell you what, that right there, you got to give hats off to our defense, Coach Kaufman and that crew, because I'm telling you, they were tackling the football that time.
Loss was 2 yards on the play. Let me correct myself there.
Team tackle, boy, man, you love to see that.
Good team tackling by the Apaches. Back to pass, fake left, throw to the right. Flanker screen, almost complete, almost intercepted, but it falls to the ground and it'll be fourth down.
Yep, here we go again.
I believe Melton was the intended receiver on that play. It's going to be fourth down and long. Clarkvsville is going to send their punting team out onto the field. I believe that's going to be for the Panthers, Trevor Daly, to do the kicking. Eli Morris, number 18, in return formation. High snap. Daly gets it down. End over in kick, fielded at the 47-yard line. Return left with room. Crosses midfield to the 45, the 40. Cuts back at the 35 to the 30. Tackle made at the 29-yard line, and a penalty flag comes in late. This may be a face mask.
It may be. It looked like somebody, I was waiting for a flag back here. It looked like we might have got away with the clip, but I believe his helmet was on the right side of the jersey, so they didn't call that one. But let's see what this is, Steve. I think you're right. I think it's a face mask.
No, illegal use of the hands on Pottsville.
What do I know?
Yeah. Same thing, me neither. Tango nada en la cabeza. I have no idea what's going on. Looks like it's going to be from the spot of the foul, which apparently is the 34-yard line. Morris with a nice return that time. I'm not sure what the officials are discussing here. We've already had the preliminary signal. Let's mark off the yards and play on. I've got peanut butter cookies to eat at halftime.
Yeah, we do, don't we? What do you call those little? Are they? They used to be, cocktail weenies, right? Is that what they're called?
Little Smokies.
Little Smokies. Well, they got some of that. Hey, listen, speaking of Smokies, there's a little bit of smoked chicken in there, too.
Yeah, some of that may end up going home with me.
Well, that's good. And just take the whole container because I'm not going to tote it back out of here.
Now it's an illegal procedure call on Clarkvsville. They call illegal use of the hands on Pottsville.
This might be your favorite call or your most frustrating call?
Yeah, offsetting.
Offsetting, maybe. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, though, if it's an offsetting penalty, you replay the down.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like the officials were going to mark off something from the end of the play, one direction or the other. Then they huddled up to discuss the call, and the official signal confused me more than anything else.
Yeah, me too.
But it's not that hard to confuse me. So it looks like they are going to mark something off against Pottsville. Some things in this world you just can't explain. The ball's going to go back to the 43-yard line.
I just think they're getting closer to the Booster Club burger, Steve. I really do. I think they're just trying to – I think the officials are going to grab one on the way out at halftime.
I'm not sure I blame them. So Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 in Panther territory, leading 25-0. 10:55 to play in quarter number 2. Double slot formation. Single back in the backfield. Court Johnson, the quarterback, out of the pistol. Takes the direct snap. Penalty flag flies. Pass to the right side. It's going to be incomplete on the post route. Johnson's pass into the end zone falls incomplete. I thought I saw a penalty flag. Maybe I didn't. Eli Morris was the intended receiver.
Yeah, I had a chance before the game to say hello to Penn Helton's granddad, Earl Helton, and he was talking to another good pastor friend of mine, Ronnie Morris, who is the granddad of Eli Morris. Mm-hmm. And then I saw Jerry Vincent. Man, there's a lot of preachers in this crowd tonight.
From the 43-yard line, pass falls incomplete. There was no penalty flag.
Maybe they smell the smoked chicken, Steve.
Could be. Clarksville showing blitz, back to pass over the middle. It's overthrown.
I believe it was Ashmore, number 3.
Keaton Ashmore, the intended receiver. Ball falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Had a chance to visit with the chief of our school district police, Travis Garza, before the game. He's here tonight.
Is he working the game tonight?
He is working the game. He's down there on the field.
Can we send him after burgers?
Well, we probably could. He's, of course, chances are they would not come back.
To protect and to serve.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10. Quarterback's going to be tackled in the backfield. Good defensive play by the Panthers. By Ben Holland making the stop.
Yeah.
That's going to be a loss of about 4, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he's done his curls too, Steve.
That's right. He made that one-arm tackle. Well, looks like, I don't know if Pottsville's going to go for this or not because Court Johnson, I think, is also your punter. Loss is back to the 46-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 13. The Apaches line up like they're going to go for it. But Pottsville has been known to pooch punt out of this formation too. So let's see what Johnson does when he gets the shotgun snap. He's back to pass, looking to the right side. Kagan Jones with the catch to the 35. Did he get 1st down yardage? I think he's going to be short where they're marking him there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit short too.
Yeah, pass is going to be complete, but it's going to be short of 1st down yardage. Needed to get inside the 35, and the ball's going to be spotted at the 36. This is the first time the Panther defense has come up with the stop against the Apaches. 9:54 to go in the first half. Clarksville takes over 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. quick hitting pass to the left side. It's going to be complete to Ty Kimbrough, but speaking of quick hits, Penn Helton was there to make the stop just about the same time the football got there, and it's a loss of 2 on the play. Spot the ball between the 35 and the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 12. Pottsville with a 25-0 lead in this ball game. James Cook is the quarterback. He also has in the backfield with him Denver Picards. 2 backs in the backfield. Kind of an offset eye formation. Straight ahead is the give across the 35 to the 37 to the 38-yard line. Ty Kimbrough, the ball carrier. And I believe that was Penn Helton again on the stop.
Yeah, you had Penn Helton and Kai Mahan both in there.
Pick up a 5 to the 39. Let's call it 3rd down and 7 for the Panthers. They desperately need to hit pay dirt here. They trail 25-0. Trips formation to the right side of the field. James Cook, the quarterback, takes the snap. Ball fake. Throw over the middle is going to be incomplete. Had a man at midfield. Pass was intended for Rylan Melson, but it was behind him, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Pottsville should get the ball back here. But being down 25-0 with 8:32 left in the second quarter to play, I bet, Steve, they're just going to go for it. Try to pick up that first down. And I believe they have not picked up a first down tonight.
I have them with 1.
1?
Yeah. Unofficially, I have them with 1 first down. At least I thought they had 1. Eli Morris back deep to receive the kick. Can't tell you which drive it was, though. They may not have a first down.
Yep.
Kick is going to come to the near sideline, out of bounds, out about the 40-yard line. Eli with no chance to return that, but Pottsville will get pretty good field position at their own 39.
All right.
I thought on early possession, Clarksville got a first down, but I'm checking my drive charts here, and I'm not finding it. And I'm not the world's best stat keeper, but no, they don't have a first down yet.
All right.
So the ball is going to be at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Apaches. Pottsville with a 25-0 lead. 8:25 to go in the second. From the pistol formation, 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Johnson back to pass, complete on the look-in across midfield to the Clarksville side of the field. That's a 1st and 10 to Kagan Jones on the throw and catch.
Yeah, Slade Bean that time saved a touchdown with that tackle for the Panthers.
Well, timing on that was perfect, wasn't it?
Well, it was. That was a good throw and catch.
So 1st down for the Apaches now on Clarksville's side of the field. Cord Johnson put that throw right on his receiver, too. If he hadn't caught it, it might have stuck in his face mask. Jones goes wide to the left. Noah Metcalf wide right. Panthers show blitz, mix up in the backfield. Now they get the handoff, running room across the 40 to the 35, inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I believe that's number 12.
Yep. Penn Helton, the ball carrier. That's another Apache 1st and 10.
And I think Helton is down.
We definitely have an Apache player down, and he's grabbing a knee. I hate to see that.
I do too.
Let me see.
I'm hoping it's not anything serious. Maybe it's a cramp.
Now they're checking knee mobility. We've got a timeout on the field with 7:44 left to go in the second quarter. Pottsville leads at 25-0. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ASN AR Sportsnet HS and AR Sportsnet, or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
So we are happy to tell you that Penn Helton is up, came off the field under his own power. Now, he was limping a little bit, but he did not need help getting to the sidelines. 1st and 10 for the Apaches at the Clarksville 30. Pottsville leads 25-0. Apaches only have 2 wideouts in the formation, both to the right side. Johnson back to pass. Looking. He gets grabbed by the face mask. Here comes the penalty flag, and Clarksville will get a sack, but that's not going to stand.
Yeah. I think he grabbed the corner of it. Let's see what they're going to say here.
The official call is a face mask. It's going to move the pigskin all the way down to inside the 20 to the 15. Personal foul, 15-yard mark off after the penalty. 7:11 left to go in the first half. It has been all Apaches. I don't say that with any bad intent toward Clarksville. Pottsville has played very well. Johnson back to pass, looking left, has a man complete, makes a man miss. The 5 to the 4, run over a Panther and into the end zone. That is a touchdown, Pottsville.
I believe that was Poole.
I believe so. I believe that was Weston Poole going into the end zone for the Apache touchdown.
I noticed Weston was the, I believe, Farm Bureau player of the game last week for the Apaches.
Line drive kick is going to be blocked by the Panthers, and the point after attempt fails. 6:54 left to go in the second quarter. Pottsville 31, Clarksville nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
Just like the Apaches, I am here to help you score big. Regardless if you are buying or selling, I'll guide you every step of the way. You can call me at 479-970-5079 and we'll connect the dots on getting you where you are trying to go. Speaking of going, let's go Apaches!
So Pottsville with another touchdown pass on a 3-play, I want to say 44-yard touchdown drive, with the last 15 yards coming on a throw and catch that I think we'll get a chance to take a look at again. Maybe not this second. Looked just as pretty the second time, didn't it? Pottsville will kick the ball off from the 40. Pineda's kick is a low line drive boot. Splits the defenders deep, will go into the end zone and out of back of the end zone for a touchback. Pottsville's defense has played very good so far in this game. Jose Alcantara into the game for the Apaches. Kai Mahan in the secondary on the near side. James Cook lines up at the quarterback. He's back to pass. Looking left now on a go route. Throws it up, and it's going to be knocked away at the 45-yard line at the last second.
Oh.
Pass was intended for Slade Bean. There is a penalty flag down near where it might be roughing the passer.
late flag, Steve.
Oh, the 2 penalty flags on the play. They're going to call pass interference is going to be the call.
Yeah, I think they are. And, of course, I didn't see it there.
That's not pass interference. They're going to call a hold. So that'll move the ball out to the 30-yard line. First down on the penalty. Quick handoff coming to the near side. Ty Kimbrough makes a man miss at the 35 up the left sideline. This is a foot race. Kimbrough to the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's Clarksville's best play from scrimmage. Kimbrough's driven out of bounds by Eli Morris, and Eli may have hurt himself.
Yeah.
I think maybe the way he hit him, though, he got the wind knocked out of himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to drive him out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That is the first down for the Panthers in this ball game on the long run up the left sideline.
Timeout.
No, we have a timeout called. I believe Clarksville with the timeout call. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 from the Apache 29-yard line. When we return, Pottsville leads this game 31-0, back in 30 seconds.
Apaches all season long. Smooth running, heating and air. E&F Roofing. Fleet Tire. Point S Tire and Auto Service. The Granite Shop. Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty. Van Horn Welding, and Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking, and Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
Well, when Kimbrough hit open field, he pulled away from some of the Apache defenders.
He did.
Good hustle play to track that down by Eli Morris. I don't think he was hurt seriously. He was able to get off the field under his own power. Panther football at the Apache 29, 1st and 10 from the left side hash. Offset I formation behind Cook, fakes the give right, keeps it left, turns it upfield at the 25 to the 20, and driven down at the 21-yard line. The ball came loose, but I think the official had already blown it dead.
Yeah, he did.
Well, and Clarksville fell on it anyway. Slade Bean got down there to recover the fumble, but the officials rightly ruled the play dead. Ball's at the 21-yard line.
Slade Bean. Well, that's a good name, isn't it?
It is.
I like that name.
Pickup of 8, 2nd down and 2. High snap. Cook controls it, but he's going to get hit in the backfield.
That number 28, Poole.
Yep. Yeah. Weston Poole read that perfectly.
Boy, he did, Steve. I mean, he came in there like a lightning bolt.
Yep. Got there in a big hurry. Ball is going to be moved back to the 23-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 5. Ty Kimbrough splits out of the backfield to the left, so Cook is by himself. This is coming out quickly. Pottsville with a blitz. Pass is complete. Fumbled. Ball is still loose. I think the Apaches fall on it at the 25.
I think we have it.
Originally, the receiver who caught the ball had a chance to fall on it. He couldn't grab it, and I think that may be Kai Mahan with the fumble recovery.
Yeah, I couldn't see who jumped on it, Steve, but that's a good defensive play that time by the Apaches.
So Pottsville defense will get the stop there. Pottsville will take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line. This is the worst starting position of Apache drive tonight. Trips to the right side, one wide out left. Low snap, but Johnson comes up with it. Has a man, Kagan Jones, right side across the 30, the 34, the 35-yard line. Driven out of bounds at the 35-yard line by Trevor Daly. Good throw and catch to the near side. Pickup of 9 on the play. It'll be second down and a yard.
Yeah, Jones, man, he's got really good hands. And he picks up yards after the catch, too.
Yeah, he's hard to tackle. Yeah, he's hard to get a clean shot on. Noah Metcalf will split wide to the left along with Eli Morris. Single wide out to the right. Second down and a yard. Court Johnson takes the snap. Blitz coming. Screen pass going to be complete at the 35, the 40, up the right sideline across the 43 to the 44-yard line. Pass complete to Caleb Stansel for an Apache 1st and 10 on the screen.
Well, Stansel's having a good night on both sides of the ball.
Yep. So they're going to mark it at the 43, 4:19 to go in the first half. Pottsville has been very efficient tonight. There's only been one possession where they did not score a touchdown. Trips to the left, one wide out to the right. Pistol formation, handoff across the 49 into Clarksville territory at the 48 to the 47-yard line. Ball carrier is Caleb Stansel, and that's going to be an Apache. Well, I started to say first down. I'm not sure. They spotted at the 48. That's going to be just short, isn't it?
Yeah, just about the length of a Booster Club burger, Steve.
Pickup is 9 on the play. Second down and a yard. Pottsville on the plus side of the field again. They already lead at 31-0. Is this even the same offense that was on the field last week?
Steve, we're looking good.
Eli Morris wide to the left. Noah Metcalf in the slot on that side of the field. Offset I formation. Johnson takes the snap, gives it to the fullback, bounces off one tackler. Now into the secondary at the 30. Ball carrier is Thacker. He gets to the 25 to the 24-yard line. Yeah. Tyson Thacker, the ball carrier for another Pottsville Apache first down.
Man, Tyson, you're talking about running downhill. He was running downhill.
Thacker with a pickup of 23 on the carry. Pottsville with a first down at the plus 25-yard line. 2:56 to go in the first half. Pottsville would like to score a touchdown here and put the sportsmanship timing rules into effect. Pottsville back to pass. Johnson looks left, comes back to the right. Nice throw and catch. Complete at the 10, down to the 5-yard line.
I believe that was Eli Morris, Steve.
That's Eli Morris on the throw and catch.
Yeah, and it's good to see him back in the game. He was shook up a little bit earlier, but there he is doing a good job.
That's going to be spotted at the 6-yard line. Call it the 7-yard line, my mistake. First and goal to go after the 18-yard completion. Court Johnson did a nice job looking the defense off to the left and then came back to the right for the completion. First and goal from the 7. Tyson Thacker, the single back in the backfield behind the quarterback, Johnson. Court back to pass to the right side, complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Noah Metcalf.
Noah did a great job looking that ball in and watching where he was at on the sideline and pulling it in for the big TD.
Nice throw and catch again by the Apaches for the 17-yard touchdown pass. Pottsville's going to line up for a point after attempt. Lead is 37-0. Snap is good. This kick is on the way. Another low line drive, but this one will split the upright. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the half. Your new score, Pottsville 37, Clarksville nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
Steve, I believe that might have been number 8.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real. To always keep it Tyson.
Back at John Needham Stadium in Pottsville, the Apaches lead the Clarksville Panthers 38-0. 2:06 left to go in the first half. That has been mostly Pottsville. The Apache defense has held Clarksville to 1 first down. Kick from the 40-yard line is going to be a low-line drive kick, fielded at the 10. Return right to the 20, 25, 28, 29-yard line. Ball was returned by Rylan Melson.
I believe that was Kai Mahan making the stop for the Apaches, and looks like he might be shook up just a little bit, or maybe he knocked his glove off. I think he just lost his glove.
Panthers possession will begin at their own 28-yard line. Two minutes and 1 second remain in the first half. Clarksville, they're very tightly bunched, almost a dead T backfield. They're going to hand it to the left side halfback across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Maybe the 37. Melson was the ball carrier. He's going to pick up about 9 on the play, just short of first down yardage. Mahan making the stop for the Apaches. Carry is out to the 37-yard line, second down and a yard. Melson motions back into the backfield again. You got a double-barrel shotgun, if you will. Cook takes the direct snap. He gets hit in the backfield, and he's going to be driven down at the 38-yard line, maybe the 39. Tackle is made by Aiden Gaines for the Apaches. They call out a first down? Huh.
Yeah, they did. I didn't see it.
Well, they'll spot it at the 38-yard line. My mistake. First down for the Panthers. 1:08 left to go in the first half. 1st and 10, Clarksville from their own 38. Wide receiver on the left side broke way early. They're going to let him get away with it. Throw into the secondary is going to be intercepted by the Apaches. What a catch by Andrew Wells. What a circus catch by the Apaches.
Yeah, big number 6, Andrew Wells, come up with the big Oski.
So the Apaches will get the ball one more time in this half.
You're talking about the good hands, people, man. That was an amazing catch, Justin. I don't know if you got that on replay or not, but
I did. I got a great one.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
We'll all enjoy watching that one again as the Apaches take over. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Logan Wilson into the game for the Apaches, number 24. I'm not real sure how hard Pottsville's going to try to score on this possession either. We'll see. From their own 45, kind of a double wing formation almost.
Yeah.
And we got a timeout called by the Apaches. Timeout on the field with 57 seconds to go. Quarter number 2, Pottsville 38, Clarksville nothing. Back in 30 seconds.
Arkansas ways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
That is the first time I've seen that formation from Pottsville. They had 2 backs in the backfield, and then they had a wing back on each side of the formation. They're back out into that again. Now, one side's called a wing back, and I forget what the other side is called, but it's interesting. Wide outs on each side of the field. As the handoff goes right straight ahead. It's a power run formation. Handoff is given to Shane Sulfur. Who did Coach have on the carry?
I think number 22.
22. Okay, Ashton Sellers. My mistake.
Yeah.
Sellers the ball carrier into Clarksville territory.
And Pace Bartlett is in at quarterback.
Yep. Pace Bartlett now running the show as Pottsville goes to their second team. They'll probably snap the ball one more time and let time expire on the half. Bartlett will give it to the first man through across the 45 to the 42, the 43-yard line. Sellers the ball carrier. Trevor Daly making the tackle. I don't think Pottsville will try to snap the ball again. They might. Pace Bartlett has the play. He comes in. 10 seconds left to go. Pottsville leads this game 38-0. The Apaches send trips to the right side. Bartlett in the pistol, takes the snap, looking right, faking, and he's going to get sacked back at midfield. Believe the tackle was made by Ben Holland on the sack, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Pottsville's offense has looked very good, exceeded only maybe by how the defense has looked, Jim.
Yep. Steve, it's a good way to come out of the loss last week, but up 38-0 here at home, and takes us to halftime.
And we'll come back with we'll talk a little bit about statistics. It's been a game pretty well dominated by the Apaches. We'll come back after this 2-minute timeout.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet, or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Just like the Apaches, I am here to help you score big. Regardless if you are buying or selling, I'll guide you every step of the way. You can call me at 479-970-5079 and we'll connect the dots on getting you where you are trying to go. Speaking of going, let's go Apaches!
Supporting the Pottsville Apaches all season long, Smooth Running, Heating and Air, E&F Roofing, Fleet Tire, Point S Tire and Auto Service, The Granite Shop, Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty, Van Horn Welding, and Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking, and Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Stephen Glenn, Brother Jim Huffman, Mr. Smith at the controls. Pottsville leading this game 38-0. I cannot imagine a better start for the Apaches. They scored on their first 3 possessions. And with 3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Pottsville already led 8-0. Clarkvsville got their first stop of the Apaches there, but then Pottsville got the ball right back on a fumble and scored on their next 2 possessions. And a final touchdown by the Apaches with 5:23 to play in the first half gave you the 38-0 lead that we have at the break, Jim. This is the kind of game I'm sure the Apaches wanted.
Well, we needed it. And this Clarksville team, they're a gritty team. They're a tough team. I think they're young, Steve. They have taken it on the chin. The very first game last week, I guess they had a bye. But tonight, Pottsville has been dominating on both sides of the ball, offense, defense, and we're up 38-0. I guess the only if you had to point something where the coaches might talk about it might be the PAT, the points after touchdown. That kind of put us in the hole just for a little bit, but maybe we can improve on that. If we do that, then, Steve, who knows what the second half's going to look like. But I do know the good news is a lot of our second team are probably going to get some action here in the second half, and so we're going to be calling some numbers maybe we haven't called yet this year.
And that'll be fun. Yep. All right, the Apaches lead at 38-0. We'll come back with the second half of play from John Needham Stadium. I'm Stephen Glenn. So long for just a little while. Well, once again, Jim, the cheerleaders managed not to get us any more T-shirts.
What's that now?
Well, once again, the T-shirts that are thrown up into the stands do not make it up to us.
Well, they don't. You know, I don't know. We got to get some of them softball girls down there throwing. Maybe they can get one up here.
There you go. Pottsville leads this game 38-0. We'll be in the sportsmanship rules as soon as the third quarter begins. And I think I may have overheard our official timer say we're not going to stop the clock for nothing.
Well, there you go.
No, we'll follow the rules, but this game has been all Pottsville the entire way. If my count is correct, I believe the Pottsville defense has held Clarkvsville to 2 first downs the entire night.
Wow. Yep. I know they had the one on the Kimbrough on the long run when Kai Mahan was shaking up just a little bit on that play. Or not Kai Mahan, but Eli Morris was shaking up a little bit on that play. But I know that was the first or second first down.
And I'm still not used to the way high school schedule football games now. We're off next week, I believe.
Are we really?
I believe we do not have a game next week. and then we'll return on the road. We get to head to Mena.
Well, guys, I'll still meet you down here at 6 o'clock. We can,
bring some more chicken.
We can bring some more chicken. Yeah, that's right.
Can we get some more cookies?
Well, you got to talk to Mr. Bly about that.
We'll get Coach Johnson to put us up a big screen out here somewhere, and we'll watch somebody's game tomorrow, next week Friday.
Yeah, I guess we could.
Speaking of somebody's games, who the Hogs play this week?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss in Oxford.
That's a hard place to win, isn't it?
Yep, there'll be a lot of things happening at the Grove, and but yeah, they'll be down there tomorrow, and I believe kickoff is 6:30. I think it's on one of the ESPNs, and yeah.
Games between Ole Miss and Arkansas are like games between Clarksville and Pottsville at the Clarksville basketball gym.
Yeah,
they're crazy, Steve.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I know earlier in the week, if you keep up with the lines and all that stuff, I don't. I just heard this on one of the Drive Time Sports. I think it started, you could take Arkansas, get 9 points, and then it went, I think it's down to, it went to 8, then 7.5, and I think it might be even under 7 now. So a lot of people are saying, hey, all the pundits are saying Arkansas's got a real good chance to win this ball game.
All right, so it would be Trig Kaufman, and I believe Jonah Marut back deep.
Yep. There's our main guy, Jeremy Ward. He didn't see me or didn't hear me, but he said he missed Caleb Stansel's long touchdown run because he was talking and he didn't see him score the touchdown.
That was a pretty run, though, wasn't it?
It was.
I do know one of the goals Coach Rust had for this ball game was to get Caleb some more rest on the defensive side of the ball so he'd be more effective on the offensive side.
Yeah.
And I think they have. I think that has been successful.
Yeah.
I believe this is Jesus Gonzalez kicking. A low line drive kick. Onside kick attempt going to go out of bounds before the Panthers could get a hand on it.
Yep. And it is going to be our second team offense, Steve. It's going to start the third quarter of play. Big number 5, that is Pace Bartlett, going to quarterback this group of this offensive unit for the Apache starting in third quarter.
How did my spotter chart get chicken on it?
I don't know. How did it get
happen?
peanut butter cookie on it, and how did it get banana nut bread on it? And yeah, I don't know.
That's what you miss licking your fingers, Steve.
I love my job. Bartlett, the quarterback, he has 2 backs in the backfield. From the midfield stripe, snap is high. Bartlett's going to fall on the loose ball. He's going to get sacked back at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, we were fortunate to get that one back. That's kind of a miscue between the center. But, hey, this is second team, guys. And the good news is they're getting some snaps. They're getting some reps, and they need this. As you move closer along in the season, if a man goes down, next man up kind of thing.
So the Apaches lead this game 38-0. We are in the third quarter. The clock, now that it has started to run, will probably run a lot. We'll probably get this final 2 quarters done in about 30 minutes of real time. Bartlett, the quarterback, takes the snap, looking to his right, looks off one receiver, comes back inside. The pass is incomplete at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it was tipped, Steve. I think that might have been a completion if it wouldn't have been for the tip. And that was a good it came out of the quarterback's hand looking very good. Bartlett had a good ball that time.
Well, he did a nice job looking off the defense one way and then coming back to the other side of the field.
Yep, good job by number 5.
Pace Bartlett in at the quarterback. Braden Gaines is on, playing a little offensive line. Wide out to the near side of the field. Trig Kaufman. It's a trips formation. Clarksville shows blitz from the linebacker spot. They do bring a blitz. Bartlett rolls out of trouble to the right. Has a man short at the 47-yard line. It is complete.
Yeah. And I'm going to
tell you, complete to Jonah Murat.
Yeah, Steve, and I'm going to tell you what, Bartlett hung in there. Even though he was rolling out of the pocket, he took a pop, man. I mean, he took a hit, but he got the ball out, completed the pass. Good job by Bartlett.
Pickup of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up fourth down. 4th and 14 for the Apaches. Pottsville will kick this ball away. Snap is a good one. Kick is on the way. Low, strong line drive kick fielded at the 18-yard line. I believe that's Gonzalez on the return. Good coverage by the Apaches to get downfield. That might have been Kai Mahan getting down the field making the stop, although I'm not sure. First and 10 for Clarksville. They'll start right at their own 20-yard line with 9:23 to play in the quarter. Pottsville leads this game 38-0. Looks like it's still James Cook at quarterback. Gives to the fullback, crosses the 30 to the 35, across the 40 to the 45-yard line, into midfield to Pottsville's side of the field to the 45-yard line. Tough running by Clarksville's Denver Picards.
Yeah.
Picards.
Big Denver.
Kaufman making the stop at the 44-yard line.
Picard. That sounds like a star captain's name there.
Yeah, I was thinking, next generation.
Yep.
First and 10, Panthers at the 44-yard line of the Apaches. Cook takes the direct snap. He's keeping it, has blocking, tries to turn the corner at the 40, gets outside the 35, driven out of bounds somewhere around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that was number 31.
Jose Alcantar.
Yep.
Making the stop. Also on the play for the Apaches was Brent Llewellyn. They mark it out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Pickup is 14. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Panthers toss it to the motion man, Ty Kimbrough, and the officials blow this play dead.
Yeah. Steve, I was going to tell you at halftime I had a chance to run into J.C. Jones. And J.C. Jones, he's wearing this Superman thing, and I said, hey, man, what's up with the glasses? And he said, well, I'm actually Clark Kent, but all the student body, they are superheroes tonight. That's why we saw the Incredible Hulk and Wonder Woman and all these other people. Captain America, he's down there too. So
wait, I missed Wonder Woman?
Yes.
And Captain America?
Yes.
Oh, I got to get some glasses. The officials spot the ball back at the 40-yard line and then stop play immediately.
I reminded J.C. Jones, I said, well, during the state tournament game, you were a Superman.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so we'll go from the 40 to the 35-yard line. Clock is rolling again. First down, it should be 1st and 15. Cook takes the snap, gives it to the fullback. Denver Picard's the ball carrier between the left guard and tackle to the 30-yard line. Shane Schulfer into the ball game.
Alcantar made that tackle for the Apaches, big number 31.
Second down and 10 for the Panthers. James Cook in the backfield takes the snap, keeps it himself, has blockers, hits open field at the 20, cuts left, and he'll be into the end zone for a Clarksville touchdown from 30 yards out.
Well, Cook was cooking that time, Steve.
Yep. 80-yard drive by the Clarksville Panthers.
Well, they needed something positive, too. They have taken their lumps. First game, of course, Ozark. Next game, Pottsville.
2-point conversion. Cook rolls right, throws it into the end zone. Underthrown, well covered. The 2-point conversion will be incomplete. 6:15 left to go in the third quarter. Pottsville 38, Clarksville 6. Back in 30 seconds.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desert, d3autosales.com.
And we are back. 38-6 after the 4-play, 80-yard drive. Clarksville had 3 first downs on that drive. Yards all picked up on the ground. Back deep to receive the kick for the Apaches is Kagan Jones on one side of the formation. On the other side for the Apaches is Keaton Ashmore. Jesus Gonzalez will do the kicking from the 40-yard line.
I talked to Keaton Ashmore's relative, grandmother, and she was all excited about the way the Pottsville Apaches are playing tonight.
They are playing well. They are playing well. I think the coaches are going to have a lot of positive things to take from this. Gonzalez on the run up. He's going to try an onside kick it short. The ball is loose. And I'm not sure, did Clarksville come up with that?
I believe they did.
All right. Much more of this, and you're going to see the Pottsville first-team offense and defense back out on the field.
Yeah, there's a good possibility that might even happen now. I see Kai Mahan is staying out there. It looks like you're bringing some of the other guys.
Looks like Eli Morris is back out there.
Yeah. Keegan Jones, he's there.
Ball be taken over at the 48-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, I see Kagan Jones on the near side. I do believe that is the first-team defense back out onto the field. Wideout comes to the near side. Ty Kimbrough. Picartz comes to the left side as the lead blocker and ahead to the 45-yard line, and then Kagan Jones with a big hit stopping Rylan Melson for a very short gain on the play. May have got 3.
Yeah, good play by Jones that time, coming up from the corner.
Pick up his 3 on the running play. Pottsville leads this game 38-6. Pottsville with 3 down linemen, then they bring a blitzer, and they're going to make a hit in the backfield, and they're going to arrive in a bad mood. Tackle made by Gaines. Loss of a yard on the play. Back to the 46. When you've got the other team in a sportsmanship rule situation, you probably don't mind them running their regular offense and trying to put some things together.
Right.
But you do 2 straight onside kick.
Yeah.
Pottsville shows blitz, and the ball is going to be knocked away. Coming out of the blitz was Poole, and the officials rules that incomplete. Clarksville caught a break there.
My goodness, it was a fumble.
Well, you had a 50-50 chance on the call.
Yeah, well, you did. You did.
I sure did not look like Cook's arm was coming forward from my vantage point.
I can tell you all the ones up in the press box there, just like, of course, the Clarksville broadcast team, they're saying, his arm's going forward.
Yeah. Spaces that are saying, good call. 4th down and What a bunch. 4th down and 7. Cook rolls to the left. He's under pressure again, and that pass is going to be incomplete. The Apaches had 3 men right in Cook's face, and that'll be turnover on downs. I'm curious if we're going to have the first team offense back out on the field for a sequence.
Let's see.
No, I think maybe Pottsville bringing the first team defense back out on the field last time. I think Coach Rust made his point. 1st and 10 for the Apaches from their own 46.
Dead T.
Out of the dead T formation. The snap is fumbled. Bartlett fell on the fumble. He gets tackled for a loss of a couple on the play. Tackle by Clarksville made by Jaden Hasty. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter with 44 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 12. Pottsville ball at their own 44-yard line. Pottsville's gone to the tee. This is probably designed to grind out first downs, ball possession, and get the clock run out if you can. Panthers show middle blitz. Give is to the right side. Dive play will pick up about 3. And I think that will do it for the quarter. Ball carrier was Logan Wilson. I believe that's his first carry of the night.
I believe it was. I don't know if they'll get another snap off, Steve.
3rd down and 7 from their own 47. Penalty flag on the play before anything got started. Clarksville called for an offside, and that will end quarter number 3. After 3, Pottsville 38, Clarksville 6. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
Has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Supporting the Pottsville Apaches all season long, Smooth Running, Heating and Air, E&F Roofing, Fleet Tire, Point S Tire and Auto Service, The Granite Shop, Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty, Van Horn Welding, and Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking, and Premier Facilities Group.
Third down for the Apaches. They're at the Clarksville 47. Bartlett takes the shotgun snap, and he's going to get hit in the backfield, driven back to the 45-yard line. Loss of about 6 on the play. Aiden Friars, I think, made the tackle. They're going to mark it at the 48.
And they're going to punt it away.
Pottsville brings out the kicking team. Jose Alcantar gets out, the last man onto the field. Panthers have 1 man deep, otherwise they've got everybody else on the line of scrimmage. A line drive kick and a pretty one. Jose Gonzalez will let it hit. It's going to take an Apache roll and roll out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Nice kick by the Apaches.
Yeah, flip the field for sure, Steve.
First and 10 Panthers. They'll start at their own 13-yard line with 10:53 left to go. Pottsville leads this game 38-6. We are looking for the final score. Once again, we'll be one of the first teams done tonight. And I believe next Friday night we are off, and then we'll take our semi-annual or every 2-year road trip into Mena.
Bearcat Country.
Well, at least we know we're going to get a good steak.
Well, yep. I'm hoping they're still there. I think they are.
James Cook, the quarterback, keeps it, gets across the 8-yard line.
Brought down by number 10, Trig Kaufman.
To the 17-yard line.
Yeah. Trig Kaufman for the Apaches.
Yep.
Number 10.
Logan Wilson into the game for the Apaches. 2nd down and 6. Cook takes the snap, flanker screen. It's caught at the 15-yard line, but that's going to lose 3 yards, 2 yards. 3rd down and 8 for Clarksville at their own 15-yard line. 9:30 left to go in the game. Pottsville leads at 38-6. Cook, the quarterback, has a trips formation to his right. That's the wide side of the field. Now they empty the backfield. Running back screen complete at the 15-yard line. That's Picartz. Picartz gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 12 and a Panther first down.
Steve, this morning the Pottsville Apache greeters to the elementary drop-off line when the students were arriving were the Pottsville Apache football team and the cheerleading squad. And so all the young elementary kids, they really enjoyed seeing the football team today.
Cook takes the direct snap. His pass over the middle at the 40-yard line. Ball's incomplete, intended for Kai Kimbrough. But in this case, the clock does not stop on the incompletion. It'll be 2nd and 10. Pottsville leads the game 38-6. Brent Llewellyn into the ball game at a cornerback spot. Back to pass is Cook. Throw is complete. Short gain across the 33 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that was Connor Mitchell on the tackle for the Apaches. So what they do, they have a combination. I think they have some of the starters and then a few of the other guys out there mixed in.
I believe they have Tyson Thacker lined up as a defensive lineman. Did I not see 15 there in the middle?
Yeah, he's there.
Trips left, 2 wide out to the right. Short snap. Cook picks it up off the ground. Pass is going to be complete at the 40-yard line. Foot race to the end zone, and it is going to be a touchdown for the Clarksville Panthers. Jesus Gonzalez with the completion.
Hey, let's call Jesus Speedy. Speedy Gonzalez. Arriba. My goodness, boy, he showed some wheels that time.
Made a nice adjustment on the throw. Clarksville with the long touchdown pass. 66-yard throw and catch from Cook to Gonzalez. Clarksville's going to go for 2. Pass to the right side is going to be complete in the end zone. 2-point conversion goes to Hutto. And your new score with 6.5 left to go in the game. Pottsville 38, Clarksville 14, back in 30 seconds.
Came easy, but with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Well, I think we're going to see the Apaches hands team come in.
You think we'll see an onside kick?
Well, Pottsville thinks so. They've got Eli Morris up close. I want to say quarterback Bartlett is up close. Noah Metcalf is up close. Weston Poole. Pottsville does have 2 men deep, but yeah, I'm pretty sure onside kick is coming here with 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Pottsville leads it 38-14. Kick coming to the near side. High sky kick is going to be fielded cleanly by Weston Poole, and he'll put an end to that onside kick nonsense.
Yep.
Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 with under 5 minutes left to go in the game. And I think the Apaches, basically on 5 plays, can run this game out.
Yep, I think they can too, Steve, with 4 minutes and look like about 44 seconds left in the ball game.
Pottsville 1st and 10 from their own 47. The Apaches scored on 5 of their first 6 possessions tonight to salt the game away very early. Lead it now 38-14. The Panthers do have a couple of touchdowns in the second half. Yeah, the Apaches in the dead tee. They're going to run it off the left side across midfield to the 48-yard line. John Moreau, the ball carrier. I think that's his first or second carry. Good for 5 yards out of the tee.
Yeah.
Onto the Panthers side of the field at the plus 48. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Yeah, Pottsville's just going with the ball control tee offense. One wide out. Give us to the fullback across the 45, inside the 40. Nice carry by Logan Wilson.
Yeah, Logan looking good that time.
He's going to get to the 35, the 36-yard line.
Probably one of the smallest guys out there.
Wyatt Gray with a good block on that side of the field. Also a nice job by Caden Melton. They'll move the ball to the 37-yard line. The pickup was 10. That, by the way, is I think maybe the Apaches' first half of first down of the second half.
The cheerleaders just went and threw T-shirts at the band. I love that.
Out of the tee, hand off to the left side. Ball carrier for Pottsville was Wilson. Tackle made by Clarksville's Say Hutto at the 34-yard line. Pickup of 3.
I'd like to say Wilson on an option and get him the ball on the corner because he's got some speed.
2:40 left to go as we head for the final score in this game. Give coming to the right side. Behind good blocking is Moreau. He hits open field at the 24, fights his way to the 23, to the 22-yard line. Tackle by Clarksville's Messiah Patterson to the 22-yard line. Pickup is 12.
Well, you know, the second team offense, they want to score again.
They've looked very good since they've gone to the tee, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Pace Bartlett will bring the offense to the line of scrimmage. 1st down and 10 Apaches at the Clarksville 22. Give us to the left side halfback straight ahead.
I believe that was
on the belly.
I think it was Monroe.
Yeah.
14.
Yep. Jonah Moreau, the ball carrier, gets to the 20-yard line. Pick up 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 as Bartlett has the call from the sideline. Yeah, Pace Bartlett's looked good running the tee.
Oh, yes.
Lane Titsworth comes wide to the left out of the tee. Give to the fullback across the 17, fighting his way down to the 15, to the 14-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play.
Yeah. We're about to be under a minute here, Steve.
3rd down and 4. Actually, they're going to mark the ball at the 15-yard line.
If they're going to score, they're probably going to have to score on this play here.
Yeah, this may be one of those situations where you just take the snap and take a knee.
Yeah. Tell that to the second team guys.
Yeah.
They're wanting a touchdown under the belt.
The guys lined up in the dead tee. They forget that take a knee stuff.
Yep.
Bartlett's going to read, turn it upfield, gets inside the 15 to the 14. Pace Bartlett, the ball carrier, will get down close to first down yardage.
Yeah, 27 seconds left.
He may be a yard short. And Pottsville is not going to snap the ball again. We're going to call it tonight.
Yep.
Your final score, the Pottsville Apaches are going to win this game 38-14. We'll come back and wrap it up from John Needham Stadium after this 1-minute timeout.
Has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Supporting the Pottsville Apaches all season long, Smooth Running, Heating and Air, E&F Roofing, Fleet Tire, Point S Tire and Auto Service, The Granite Shop, Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty, Van Horn Welding, and Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking, and Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
The Apaches pick up their second win on the year. They are a 38-14 victor over the Clarkvsville Panthers. And then we have an off week to get healthy, and we'll open conference play at Mena. In tonight's ball game, Pottsville did probably as best as they could have scripted it. They score on 4 of their first 5 possessions, a 3-play 56-yard drive, including a 48-yard touchdown run by Caleb Stansel got the scoring started for the Apaches. On the next possession, Pottsville had a 5-play 54-yard drive. A touchdown run for the Apaches by Tyson Thacker made it a 12-0 lead. Pottsville on their next possession had a 6-play 49-yard drive, 1-yard touchdown run for Court Johnson on the quarterback keeper. Pottsville did struggle with point after. They did not complete the point after on either of the first touchdowns, 18-0. Pottsville was stopped on their next possession, but then got the ball back as the defense created turnover. And a 46-yard touchdown pass from Court Johnson to Noah Metcalf. And the Pottsville Apaches had a 25-0 lead, and it was basically all Apaches from there, Jim.
Steve, what a great night to come back from a tough loss last week. But Pottsville, man, it looked like they cleaned some things up on both sides of the ball and had a great night. Big win here at John Needham Stadium, 38-14.
So I've got to bring 5 ink pens to every game now, right?
That's the rule.
All right. Justin Smith, we appreciate your work tonight. Brother Jim, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Stephen Glenn. Again, your final score, the Pottsville Apaches come away a winner in tonight's ball game by a score of 38-14. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time, so long, everybody.